Welcome to our latest Motorize DD feature. Today we're all about Triumph's Sprint 955 RS, internal code T695, the purest sister to the ST, built for riders who want an unfiltered connection to the road. We'll show you what defines this bike, where it shines, what to watch for, and who it suits. Its 955cc triple sets the tone. Punchy shove, silk-smooth manners, and that unmistakable triple soundtrack. RS hallmarks include a semi-faired layout, low-slung clip-ons, and the distinctive single headlight. Yet it stays practical, with a 21-liter tank for long stints. You also get stout, fade-resistant Nissan brakes and a torsionally stiff aluminum twin-spar frame from the Daytona family. In short, we'll put the RS T695 in context, ride it in the daily grind and on twisty back roads, and finish with a clear buying recommendation: history and development. In the late 90s, Triumph put the modern triple on the map. Riding that wave, the Sprint 955 IRS Type T695 arrived in 2000, the sharper, more dynamic offshoot of the Sprint ST. The RS shed comfort extras, swapped the single-sided swing arm for a conventional double-sider, adopted lower clip-ons and a slim half fairing, netting a few kilos saved and noticeably crisper handling. Its aluminum twin-spar frame, closely related to the Daytonas, gave the RS a precision that clearly set it apart from the more touring-minded ST. In 2002, the range got updates, smoother throttle response from revised fuel injection calibration, plus detail refinements to ancillaries and ECU mapping. The RS remained in the lineup until 2004, an attractively priced sport-focused alternative with its own look, including a single headlight. With a 21-liter tank and the stout 955 triple, it was a fast all-rounder with British character and a clear focus on cornering prowess. Technical highlights. At its heart beats a liquid-cooled 955cc inline triple with 12 valves and Sagem electronic fuel injection. It makes around 118 PS at 900 RPM and about 100 Nm at 5e100 RPM. Bore and stroke 79.0 by 65.0 mm. Power runs through a crisp 6-speed gearbox to a chain final drive. The chassis centers on a torsionally stiff aluminum twin-spar frame with a 43mm Showa cartridge fork up front and a Showa rear shock offering adjustable preload and rebound damping. Braking is handled by twin 320mm discs with Nissan 4-piston calipers up front, plus a single rear disc. Tires 120/70 Z13 front, 55/17 rear. Fuel tank capacity is 21 liters. Seat height is about 805 millimeters. Signature RS touches include sporty clip-ons, a compact half fairing, and a conventional dual-sided swing arm that delivers honest, precise feedback. Design and ergonomics. The Sprint 955 IRS looks hewn from solid metal, a paired-back half fairing, a cleanly sculpted tail with a short grab handle, and that signature single headlight. Lower-mounted clip-ons and slightly higher-set pegs create a sporty knee angle without completely sacrificing touring manners. The slim 21-liter tank forms positive knee pockets and narrows the waist, keeping you locked in under braking. Seat height is around 805 millimeters, the padding on the firm side, with a small but usable pillion pad. Practical too. The mirrors sit solidly outside the fairing, give a clear view, and don't wobble. A true RS touch is the conventional twin-sided swing arm. It not only saves weight, but also makes rear-wheel maintenance easier. The low screen takes pressure off your upper body at country road speeds, yet deliberately leaves a bit of wind at the helmet, true to its sporting brief. Handling and everyday practicality. Out on back roads, the RS T65 tips into corners effortlessly, holds a clean line and stays neutral on corner exit. The triple pulls smoothly from around 2,500 RPM, its broad mid-range sparing you constant gear changes. A long 6th gear calms the revs on the highway. Nissan 4-piston calipers on 320mm discs deliver strong, fade-resistant, easy-to-modulate braking. At roughly 199 kilograms dry, and with a somewhat tight steering lock, it calls for a delicate touch in city traffic, but counters with silk-smooth on-off throttle manners. Practical too. A 21-liter tank yields a real-world 300 to 350-kilometer range, and the half fairing shields your torso without any droning. A nice detail is the temperature-controlled fan, which kicks in early in traffic and keeps heat in check. Bottom line, taut and sporty without being harsh. An honest rider's machine with reserves for the long haul. Strengths and highlights, its biggest assets: character and substance. The 955 triple blends hearty mid-range punch with real refinement and a distinctive soundtrack. The chassis, an aluminum twin-spar frame from the Daytona family, talks to you, while the 43mm Showa fork and adjustable shock inspire confidence when the tarmac gets choppy. Nissin 4-piston calipers on 320mm discs deliver stable stopping power, even downhill with luggage on board. A practical RS touch is the 21-liter tank. Fewer fuel stops, more miles. The conventional double-sided swing arm keeps rear-wheel maintenance simple. RS, ST, and Daytona share lots of hardware, a win for spares. Add the half fairing with single headlight, distinctive, timeless, no frills. The result is a sporty all-rounder that builds trust and stays tough for years without breaking the bank. Weak points and common issues. As solid as the RS is, a few gremlins are known. Early fuel injection maps can cause steady throttle surging around 3,000 to 4,000 RPM. A current map, a throttle body sync, and a clean TPS calibration usually sort it. The idle stepper can gum up, and porous vacuum lines can make it hunt at idle. Electrical classics, the regulator rectifier and the notorious brown stator plug run hot, and the charging voltage drops. A modern MOSFET regulator is the long-term cure. A very specific one. The early plastic fuel quick disconnects at the tank tend to crack. Metal couplers are a must. Around 30 to 50,000 kilometers, the cam chain tensioner starts to make itself heard and the stock shock feels soft. Heat on your right calf can be annoying in summer, though the fan helps. After sitting, Nissin caliper pistons like to stick slightly. Regular service keeps the bite. Overall, these are all solvable quirks once you know them. Accessories and customization. The RS T695 is easy to tailor, whether you want to sharpen it up or make it touring ready. From the factory, Triumph offered a color-matched pillion seat cowl and a lower fairing panel, both of which give the half-fairing extra visual punch. For range and comfort, go with a taller touring screen, heated grips, and a gel seat. There wasn't a stock luggage system, but Givi or Hepco and Becker racks with a top case work brilliantly. A rear luggage rack bolts on in no time. For a sportier edge, fit a Tor slip-on with a matching ECU map and a freer flowing air filter. Noticeably better feedback comes from braided steel brake lines, progressive fork springs, and a Wilbur's or Öhlins shock. A very practical touch is a rear chain guard hugger to keep muck off the Showa shock. A 12-volt outlet for your sat-nav is also worth adding. And if the clip-ons feel a bit aggressive, an LSL Superbike bar conversion or heli bars will ease your wrists without dulling the bike's character. Market value and what to look for. On the used market, the Sprint 955i RS is still a bit of a hidden gem. Rock-solid engineering, yet less in demand than the ST. Well-kept bikes with 30,000 to 60,000 kilometers typically sell for 2,500 to 3,500. Late, really tidy examples can reach about 4,200 euro. Key checks. Have the plastic fuel quick connects been replaced with metal? Charging system healthy. Alternator regulator holding a steady 14 volts? Clean, stable idle control valve, TPS, mapping sorted. Nissin 4 pots on 320mm discs, firm positive lever feel, no sticking after the bike's been sitting. Check shock and steering head bearings for play. Inspect cush drive rubbers in the sprocket carrier for wear. Tires in 120/70 and 180/55 ZR17 are common and easy to source. A stamped service history with documented valve clearance checks is a big plus. Upside, many parts are shared with the Daytona ST family, and the T695 twin-spar frame is famously robust. Conclusion and buying advice. Bottom line, the Sprint 955i RS T695 is a no-nonsense sport all-rounder for purists. It shares the 955cc triple with the ST, but adds a half-fairing, lower clip-ons, and a conventional twin-sided swing arm, noticeably more agile and often better value. Around 118 horse with a strong mid-range plus fade-resistant Nissin brakes and 43mm Showa suspension give you plenty in reserve for spirited backroad riding. ABS wasn't offered, worth knowing. When buying, look for metal quick disconnect fuel fittings, healthy charging voltage, and a clean, steady idle. A taut rear shock and fresh brake fluid are bonuses. If pillion comfort and factory luggage are priorities, go for the ST. If you want an underrated, tough rider's bike with character, equally at home on long hauls and in the twisties, the RS T695 is a loyal, affordable companion.